Welcome to Eye on the Tigers News. I'm Liam Kerr. Thanks for being with us for the news we've been watching for you. U.S. border agents fired tear gas on hundreds of migrants protesting near the border with Mexico on Sunday, after some of them attempted to get through the fencing and wire separating the two countries. And American authorities shut down the nation's busiest border crossing from the city where thousands are waiting to apply for asylum. The situation developed after a group began a peaceful march to appeal for the U.S. to speed processing of asylum claims for Central American migrants marooned in Tijuana. Mexican police had kept them from walking over a bridge leading to a Mexican port of entry, but the migrants pushed past officers to walk towards Tijuana River below the bridge. More police carrying plastic riot shields were on the other side, but migrants walked along the river to an area where only an earthen levee and concerta wire separated them from U.S. Border Patrol agents. Some saw an opportunity to breach the crossing. Russia's Coast Guard opened fire on and seized 3 of Ukraine's vessels Sunday, wounding 2 crew members, and after a tense standoff in the Black Sea near the Crimean Peninsula, the Ukrainian Navy said Russia blamed Ukraine for provoking the incident, which sharply escalated tensions that have been growing between the two countries since Moscow annexed Crimea from Ukraine in 2014, and it has worked steadily to bolster its zone of control around the peninsula. Earlier in the day, Russia and Ukraine traded accusations over a separate incident involving the same vessels, prompting Moscow to block passage through the narrow Kerch Strait, which separates the peninsula from the Russian mainland. A massive wildfire that killed dozens of people and destroyed thousands of homes in Northern California has been fully contained after burning for more than 2 weeks. Authorities said Sunday the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection said the campfire had been surrounded by firefighters following several days of rain in and around the devastated town of Paradise. The nation's deadliest wildfire in a century killed at least 85 people, and 249 are on the list of those unaccounted for. The number of missing dropped in recent days as officials confirmed that more people were alive. Crews continued sifting through debris and ash for human remains. A Chinese researcher claims that he helped make the world's first genetically edited babies, twin girls born this month whose DNA he said had altered with a powerful new tool capable of rewriting the blueprint of life. If true, it would be a profound leap of science and ethics. A U.S. scientist said he took part in the work in China, but this kind of gene editing is banned in the United States because the DNA changes can pass on to future generations and it risks harming other genes. Many mainstream scientists think it's too unsafe to try, and some denounce the Chinese report as human experimentation. Police in Alabama are promising to be transparent after an officer killed a black man when gunfire erupted at a shopping mall. Hoover police initially described the officer as heroic for bringing down a manic E.J. Bradford Jr., who was seen carrying a gun after 2 people were wounded at the River Chase Galleria Mall outside Birmingham Thanksgiving night. Then they retracted the statement, saying it was unlikely Bradford was involved. Bradford's father said his son had a permit to carry the weapon. Now police are suggesting he shouldn't have pulled it out. A wintry storm is battering much of the Midwest early Monday, bringing blizzard-like conditions that have grounded hundreds of flights and closed major highways at the end of Thanksgiving weekend. The Chicago Department of Aviation reported early Monday that average departure delays at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport are 77 minutes, and the flight tracking website FlightAware reported that more than 350 flights heading to the United States were canceled. While we won't see blizzard conditions, we are in line to see some lake-effect snow this week. Here's Shannon with the forecast.
We're dealing with some steady rain this afternoon and temperatures in the low 40s. The rain continues into tonight with low temperatures remaining above freezing. With moderate temperatures, the remaining snowpack will melt, meaning some localized flooding is possible. It is Tuesday afternoon where our weather changes. We start off with wet weather, and as the day progresses, we turn white as temperatures drop. Snow showers continue through Tuesday night. We're under a winter storm watch right now for Tuesday night. We could see as much as 4 or 5 inches when we wake up Wednesday. More snow showers for Wednesday are possible, although we could see rain as temperatures hover around 32. The rest of the week is cloudy with highs in the mid-30s.
The Buffalo Bills took care of the Jaguars on Sunday. Here's Paxton with sports.
Allen scored the go-ahead touchdown on a 14-yard run in the fourth quarter, and Buffalo beat Jacksonville 24-21 on Sunday in a game marred by a fight that led to the ejections of Fournette and Bills defensive end Shaq Lawson. Allen scored on the fourth snap of the fourth and also threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Robert Foster in the opening quarter of his to return to the lineup after missing 4 games with a sprained right throwing elbow. Buffalo 4-7 came off its bye week to win consecutive games for the first time this season. The bad blood between the two teams who met in last season's AFC wild card game boiled over with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Jaguars receiver Dante Moncrief had what was initially ruled a 30-yard TD reception at left pylon. He was the ground battling for control over the ball with Levi Wallace when a Jaguars player struck Bills safety Micah Hyde from behind. Players then began shoving each other, with Lawson going after Jaguars running back Carlos Hyde. That's when Fournette ran across the field to target Lawson. They exchanged punches in the left corner of the zone on the Bills' side of the field and eventually were being separated. The Giants and Jets both lost again, leaving both teams at 3-8. Syracuse football is headed to a bowl game. The question is which one. The Orange won its 9th game of the year on Saturday after doubling up Boston College, 42-21. The Orange is in line for a Pinstripe Bowl or a Camping World Bowl. Bowl announcements will be made next Sunday. The Orange are ranked 18th with the final AP poll. Winter sports schedule begins on Tuesday when the boys swimming and diving team hosts Fulton and the girls basketball team hosts ESM. That's all. That's a look at sports. I'm Paxton. Have a good day.
That's all for us today. Thanks for being with us. I'm Liam Kerr. Have a great day.